Ulysses, how's it going? Ulysses, can you hear me good? Hello, hello.
Yes.
Yes, awesome, awesome. All right, what I'm going to do is, so the story, how's it going?
Good.
All right, the story that I am supposed to be reading, they didn't give me. So what we're going to be doing, I have a video and it shows you the book and it reads the story. So we'll watch that. Just let me know in the chat if it's like lagging or anything like that. And then we're going to do a little cool thing, and it's a basketball hoop using origami. So if you have a piece of paper, grab a piece of paper and yeah, we'll do that. All right. Cool deal, cool deal. All right, I'm gonna start it right now, okay? I'm gonna start the story. Oops, I don't wanna do that. And it's about Michael Jordan. All right.
A Dream by Dolores Jordan, illustrated by Kadir Nelson. Michael loved to play basketball. Every Saturday, he followed his older brothers, Larry and Ronnie, to the park, hoping that they would let him play. And if one of the guys who usually played with them didn't show, they always did. But there was one problem. His name was Mark, and he was the tallest boy on the court. "What's the matter, Mikey? Too short?" Mark flapped his arms in Michael's face. "Over here!" shouted Larry. But when Michael threw the ball, Mark's long arms came out of nowhere and knocked the ball away. It flew into the hands of a player on Mark's team. He made the basket, and the game was over. Just like that.
All right, for Avani and Taylor, I just want to let you know the story just began. It's about Michael Jordan. And so, yeah, stick around. We're going to listen to the story. It's 9 minutes long, and or actually 8 now. And then we're going to do a little origami deal. So have a piece of paper ready.
I am really sorry, guys. If I were taller, that wouldn't have happened. All the way home, Michael apologized, even though no one was mad at him. His older brother, Ronnie, tried to cheer him up. "Look, little brother, you played good today. Don't worry, we'll win next time." When they got home, Michael went into the kitchen where Mama was cooking dinner. He was still disappointed, and she could tell. "You guys lost again today, huh?" Michael nodded. He sat quietly for a minute, then said, "Mama, how can I grow taller?" Now, Mama knew the answer to a lot of questions, but this was a tough one. She thought for a moment as she sprinkled salt and pepper on the chicken she was making for dinner. Then she smiled, looked at Michael, and said, "Salt." "Salt?" Michael looked at his mama. "Salt in your shoes. We'll put salt in your shoes and say a prayer every night. Before you know it, you'll be taller," she replied. "Salt in my shoes?" Michael said quietly to himself. Surely Mama was teasing. He sat staring out of the window, trying to figure out how salt was going to help him grow. He noticed the rose bushes outside in Mama's garden. They had grown high along the fence, and roses of all colors were blooming on the vines. He thought to himself, I remember when Mama first planted those bushes. Michael's face lit up. If Mama knows how to make those rose bushes grow taller, then maybe she's right. Maybe salt in my shoes really will help me grow. Growing more excited, Michael twirled around and started asking lots of questions. Mama, how long will it take? And how tall do you think I'll get? Smiling, Mama sat down next to him and explained. In order for this to work, the most important things you have to do are be patient and listen to what I tell you, and say your prayers every night. Listening carefully, Michael shook his head. Okay, Mama, I'll be patient. But what does saying my prayers have to do with it? Everything, Mama replied, and she hugged him. Now go wash up and tell your brothers and sisters to get ready for dinner. Michael dashed out of the kitchen, almost knocking over his father, who was walking in. What's he up to now? Asked Daddy. Oh, the usual, laughed Mama. Chasing a dream. Later during dinner, Mama noticed that Michael was barely eating anything. He was already daydreaming about being taller. Michael, first things first. You won't grow if you don't eat, especially your vegetables, Mama said. But I'm not really hungry, he said. Raising her eyebrows, Mama gave him a stern look. Slowly, Michael picked up his fork and began to eat. Minutes later, his plate was clean and he was asking for more. That evening at bedtime, Michael set his favorite game shoes on the floor next to the growth chart hanging on the wall. Then he put on his pajamas, said his prayers, and jumped into bed. When Mama came in, Michael was fast asleep. By the look on his face, she could tell he was already playing basketball in his dreams. Standing by his bed, Mama sprinkled salt in his shoes. Then she prayed quietly over him, as she did all her children. Dear God, please help Michael to be the best he can be and to give his best in all that he does. And Lord, could you please make him just a little bit taller tomorrow than he is today? Thank you. Amen. After that night, Michael wore his favorite game shoes everywhere he went, even to church. And he stopped going to the park with his brothers on Saturdays. Instead, he stayed home and practiced. He wanted to grow a few more inches before he went back to the park. After 2 months of practicing and waiting patiently and praying, Michael stood next to the growth chart on his wall. Nothing. He hadn't grown an inch. He was disappointed, but he did not stop believing. I've just got to give it time, like Mama said, Michael thought to himself, and that's what he did. 2 more months of practicing went by, and still nothing. Now Michael was becoming a little sad. Not only had he not grown 1 inch, but he also missed playing basketball with Larry and Ronnie. About the only thing he didn't miss was being picked on by Mark. When the next Saturday came, his brothers tried to get Michael to go with them to the park, but he wouldn't budge. Mama had begun to worry. When she saw Michael sitting alone on the steps, she said to Daddy, maybe you should go out and talk to him. So Daddy went out and sat with Michael. What's wrong, son? You haven't gone to the park with your brothers for a while now. Are you okay? Michael didn't say anything at first. Then he looked at Daddy and said, I thought I would at least be a few inches taller by now. I did everything Mama told me to do, but nothing's happened. Michael, why do you want to be taller? Daddy asked. If I were taller, I'd be a great player, and I could help our team win, Michael answered. But you are a great player, son, and you already have everything it takes to be a winner right in here. Daddy tapped Michael on his chest. Being taller may help you play a little better, but not as much as practice, determination, and giving your best will. Those are the things that make you a real winner. Michael thought about what Daddy said for a minute, and suddenly, he jumped up and took off. Where are you going? Daddy yelled after him. I've got a game today and I'm late, Michael yelled back. When Michael reached the park, the game had started. He sat on the bench hoping he would get a chance to play, and he did. The game was almost over and the score was tied when John, one of the guys on Michael's team, fell and hurt himself. Here was Michael's chance. Michael joined his team in the huddle as they gathered on the sideline for a timeout. Okay, the game is tied. All we need is 1 point. Who wants to take the shot? Ronnie asked. He looked in Michael's direction. Feeling more confident than ever, Michael said, I'll do it. When the whistle blew and the game began again, Mark began to pick on Michael, as usual. Still trying to play with the big boys, huh? Mark taunted. But Michael paid him no attention. Taller or not, he had been practicing, and today he was determined to win. Larry threw the ball and bounced to Michael. Michael caught it, bounced it for a moment, and then took off running. As he approached Mark, Michael shifted to his right. Mark followed, but while he was still shifting, Michael spun to his left. He stepped behind Mark and shot. The ball arced far above his opponent's hands and fell silently through the hoop. 2 points. The game was over. Michael's team had won. It was just as Michael had dreamed. When he realized what he had done, Michael took off running and didn't stop until he had reached home. Bursting through the door, he shouted, "I did it, Daddy! I did it! I shot right over the tall guy's head and we won the game." Running in behind him, Ronnie and Larry joined the celebration. "That's right, little brother. You did it. You won the game for us." Michael remembered the look that Ronnie gave him during the last time out of the game and said, "No, we won the game. But I was the star." They all laughed. After that day, Mama stopped putting salt in Michael's shoes, but Michael did not stop being patient and working hard and praying. So that must be what made Michael grow to be a 6'6" tall basketball superstar. Thank you so much for reading with us at Power, Academic Strength, and Conditioning. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and tell a friend.
All right. It's a pretty awesome story. How'd you like that? Yeah, I thought more people were going to be here as well, but no. Oh well. So this is what we will be making. We'll be making a basketball hoop using origami. So grab a piece of paper. Like this, or some of you have a better, maybe construction paper or something, okay? Are you ready? You ready, Taylor? You ready, Ebony? Okay, yeah, cool. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna fold it like this, but it has to, we need really good, precise lines. So make sure it is. Okay. Once you are done with that, you're going to do it the other way. You're going to open it and you're going to do it the other way. So now you have one line on your paper and you're going to make an X, okay? You're going to go the other way. We're halfway there. Okay. Now you should have a really nice X, just like that. If you have the X, give me a little thumbs up. That's okay, Taylor. Awesome. Now what we're going to do is we're going to fold the paper over so the lines meet each other, but not all the way, just where the lines are. So that center point will be right there. And the lines are now touching. So we're basically putting the X, we're just folding the X. Okay, like that. So now if you open your paper, you're gonna have an X and you're gonna have a line. Okay. Now this is the part that gets a little bit, well, it's not really confusing. But you're going to fold your paper like this in half. Okay. And you're going to push this triangle down. And then you're going to push this side down. So basically you're pushing in the sides. You're pushing in the sides. My paper is not wanting to work with me. It's a lame piece of paper. Promise you I can do this. I've already done it like 3 times. All right, there we go. Now you should have a paper that looks like this. You should get those sides. See how I put the sides? I push the sides in. And then it looks like that. So here's the paper. Push the sides in. And then it should look like this. That was the tricky part. Pushing those sides in. So there's your paper. You get these 2 sides. You meet them together. And you fold everything down. It's pretty tricky, huh? So, okay. So you can have your paper like this. You have your X and you have your lines. Okay. Now get the line that's going straight. Just fold your paper in half, basically. Okay. And then this top part with the triangle, push it down to where that line and that line meets, and then fold it down. And then you're going to do the same thing on the bottom. You can push this in and fold those lines in. You getting it? No, oh, so close, so close. You can do it, Ulysses. So get your paper like that and just fold it. You don't have to really so basically you put those 2 lines together, okay? And then that line, just smooth that line out, pinch it together, and just go on the other side and pinch that side together. You have that piece?
I can't do it.
Okay, that's fine. Here, let's try it again. So open up your paper. Do you see your X in your line?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Now this line right here, this line, these 2 lines,
Mhm.
put these 2 lines together. Put it together. Okay? And you see how you folded those lines right there on top? Just pinch them together. You have that part? Now keep on holding it. Ah, there we go. There we go. You got it. Okay, now get this piece and push this in.
Oh, oh. Yeah, I got it, Mama.
And then fold this one piece down. There we go. Yeah. Okay. There we go.
Got it.
Now, what you're going to do is you're going to take these two pieces on the inside. Okay, these two pieces on the inside. And you're going to put one under the other like this.
Oh,
Once it's in nice and good, you can either pinch it down and it should hold. So you should have that. Yeah. And then right here, hold this piece in to where it's like that, where it's nice and flush to the bottom. Okay, now go to the other side and do the same thing. Nice and flush. And then you can open it up and you can sit it down. You can sit it down like that and you have a basketball hoop. Oh yeah. You got it? Nice. Nice. Hey, just put it up. Just put it up and let me see. Put it up and let me see. Oh, hold it up like me so we can see you. So we know that you did it, Ulysses. You were the one that rocked that. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. All right. Hey, did you do it, Avani? Ah, come on. What? All
It was
right.
interesting.
Oh, yeah, it was. Hey, thank you guys for coming. I thought there was going to be a whole lot more, but there wasn't. So
That's okay though.
I'm super glad that you guys showed up. So have a wonderful night. I hope you enjoyed the book, and I'll see you all tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.